So, I've looked into
So
a lot of
dangerous.
these issues. Looked into a lot of these issues, and one of a couple of things I would just add to the conversation. One is when you look at the group that he took over, this anti-vaccination group. He basically used this peddling of conspiracy theories to bankroll a massive salary for himself. I think the last tax filing I had, that he was paying himself $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
Basically, by fundraising off of fears over, COVID vaccines. And so he's profited from the conspiracies that he's
The grift,
spread.
he's a grifter.
Grifter.
Yeah.
He's a fucking grifter.
Yeah. And so that was sort of a shocking figure. Like, that's a big figure for a salary for, a nonprofit of the size of the nonprofit that he leads. And I think people should know that, like, he's made a fortune for himself on spreading this disinformation. But also, a couple things on the vaccine issue. One is, so I worked on the Court of Federal Claims, which is the court that handles vaccine cases in Washington. So, there was a court created so that if someone's child did have an incident immediately after a vaccine, they wouldn't have to prove causation. They would automatically get part of this vaccine injury fund. It's very infrequent. And that's in part because these vaccines are, widely safe. Hundreds of millions of kids in America have been vaccinated without incident, certainly 1 billion worldwide. And the thing about a vaccine, just like the thing about a strawberry or the thing about a peanut, is there's some teeny tiny percentage of people who might have an allergic reaction. And that is, tragic when it happens, whether it's a peanut or it's a shrimp, shellfish allergy. But it's so small, and the health gains of protecting kids from, like you said, the disability of polio, measles, not just, itchy bumps.
Oh, over 100,000 children died of measles because it's back.
Yeah, I mean, these are permanent injuries that that forever harm these children if they don't have access to vaccination. So it's just fundamentally reckless for someone like RFK or anyone else to be spreading disinformation and sowing seeds of doubt about the reality of vaccines and how safe they are. Like, it's like 99.99999%, of the time. And that helps keep everyone safe and helps protect the life of these kids in terms of what they would do. Yeah.
At the heart of the conspiracy for anti-vaxxers is that it's the pharmaceutical industries that are profiting off of this. And that's, they're the boogeyman. And I'm not, listen, they're hardcore. That industry has got a lot of problems, but the thing that industry, they resent are vaccinations, because they
don't make any money on it.
They don't make any money on it. And to attack the FDA and the NIH is to take away all the guardrails against the greed. So that shows you that he's also, and he's not that stupid. I know everyone thinks he's a crazy man or whatever. He's doing this. He knows what he's doing. He's got his grift going. He's smart enough to make $500,000 a year on a tiny little charity.